Hi everybody, it's Kath here from Boutique HQ. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would like to share with you how we go about cleaning and nourishing our beautiful leather pieces that we have here at Boutique Equines based on the over 25 years experience that I've had within the industry and also working for a master saddler and bridle maker. I would like to share with you the tips on how to maintain your beautiful SD design or Otto Schumacher leather pieces that you get from us here at Boutique Equines. Because it is a question that you ask me every single time when you receive something. You always ask, Kath, how do I maintain this beautiful leather to make sure it is as gorgeous as it is the day I've received it? So let me show you on what I like to use and what we recommend here at Boutique Equines. So first off, your beautiful leather items have been created from really high quality tanned leathers, and majority of brands these days, not only just SD Design and Otto Schumacher, they already use stunning quality leather and really, really well tanned and oiled products before they're actually made into the masterpieces that we see here today. So gone are the days where you have to soak your bridles in buckets of oil. I remember doing that back 30 odd years ago, but we don't have to do that now because things have evolved and come a long way. So when you receive your bridle for the first time, yes, of course, it can get some nourishment from you, and it should. So think of your beautiful bridles like your skin. It needs to have a moisturizing and cleansing routine, okay? So let me share with you the areas on where to oil and where not to oil. So first off, where do you oil? You only need to oil, and this is a little tip to remember, the firm bits. So firm bits mean your cheek pieces, your throat lash, your cheek pieces on your noseband. The flash strap can have a little bit of oil. Actually, these are the only exceptions to the rule. The actual strap on the back of the noseband and the flash strap only ever needs a little bit of TLC ever so often. Why is that? Is because there's a lot of pressure in those areas where they are positioned on the horse. And when you are oiling your leather, you're making it supple, aren't you? And the more supple that back strap on your noseband gets, the more it's going to stretch. That same goes for your stirrup leathers and your girth points on your saddle. So they're areas that I would give minimal oil to unless it really, really needs it, okay? And you're going to know it really needs it because it's going to be dry and flaky. It's like skin. It's like the same as you think of it, like our hands and our face and our feet and all the rest of it. It's exactly the same. So where don't you oil? You do not ever oil areas that have got padding, so like these beautiful padded headpieces that you can get today on your bridles or your noseband. Why? Is because these guys have memory foam inside them and only got a beautiful thin layer of leather on the outside to make it look and feel the way it does for your horse around the poll or around its nose. Now, if you were to oil these areas, and this goes same for your seat on your saddle and the knee inserts and your knee rolls on your saddle, if you were to put oil there, the oil then seeps through that thin, beautiful, soft leather. It absorbs into that memory foam or whatever foam is underneath, and it distorts it because it's got nowhere to go. Because the oil goes into the foam and expands, or it contracts, depending on what sort of foam's inside, and therefore distorts the shape of what is currently you can see on your noseband or on your headpiece. So don't oil those areas. Also, please never oil your crystals. They never need nourishment. Your beautiful crystals, think of them like jewelry. These guys only ever need to be cleaned and cleansed, and I only ever recommend you do that with a soft toothbrush and a little bit of mild dishwashing liquid. I suggest earth if you can get it, or anything that's really, really mild, and just clean it with either a soft dry toothbrush first to get all the dust and all the grime out, and then to polish them up, a little bit of warm water and a very, very mild detergent, and that will bring them back up sparkling and clean. If you oil those areas, it will distort the crystals and also play havoc with the casing that the crystals are held in. So be very, very mindful of that. The other area that I'm very cautious of oiling and just to be aware of is the areas that there is stitching, and that's where there is a buckle attached to your strap. So another little tip to give to you guys is only oil the inside of those firm straps. Why? Because that's the only area that's porous, and that's the area that will soak up the leather and give it the nourishment that it needs. The reason why this is because the top part of that firm strap has been beautifully polished and cleaned and made shiny for us to see the beautiful product that it is today. So therefore, because it's been coated with those products to make it look like that, it doesn't allow the oil to go in. So the most effective way to oil your bridle is just on the inside of those firm pieces. So the inside of your cheek pieces, your throat lash, and the cheek pieces of your noseband. Again, minimal oil on the noseband strap at the back and minimal oil on your flash strap at the front as well. All right, so you've oiled your bridle and it's great. You're using it every day. How do you maintain it? So we highly recommend and use the Carr Day Martin Step 1 and Step 2. Now, if you haven't seen these guys before, this is going to blow your mind. It's the best product on the market. Why? And think of this as a cleanser. Because it's in a spray bottle. How easy is that? Gone are the days where you have to open the container, get a wet sponge, get the saddle soap out, have all this sudsy mess everywhere. And I'm one of those people that can't stand that smell on my hands either. So when this came onto the market, oh my God, it blew my mind. So maintaining your leather on a daily basis, I do like to wipe down everything after I've ridden. So my top boots, my bridle, and my saddle get a wipe over with a cloth with the Carr Day Martin Step 1 cleaner. Now you might see here that I have two different colour cloths. That is because I have one cloth for the cleanser, which is the Step 1, and one cloth for the conditioner or moisturiser, whichever you like to think of it. These are also a very cost-effective and sustainable way of using products, of using a cloth, because you can wash them and throw them in the machine later. I buy these microfiber cloths from Bunnings here in Australia, and they're in a big bag. They've got multiple colours. I usually share them with some friends down at the stables. So we all pick out 2 colours each, and they last over a year. Like I probably have the same cloths for nearly 2 years, like maybe 12 months or so. But at least I'm reusing and washing them until they literally die and you can't use them anymore. But they last a long time. So on a daily basis, I get my beautiful cleanser or Step 1 Carr Day Martin cleaner. I do a couple of sprays on my cleaning cloth. I get my top boots and I wipe down my top boots. I then wipe down a quick wipe down of all areas of my bridle with exception to the brow band. And of course, obviously my bit as well, I don't wash that. I clean the ends of my reins and then just a quick wipe over the saddle. Now, I know we're all time poor, and I know that sometimes even the thought of that goes, oh my God, Kath, I have no time to do that. But if you get into the routine of it and you only have to use 3 or 4 sprays, like 2 for your boots and a bridle and maybe 1 for your saddle, trust me, you will love the fact of how everything is well maintained and organised for your next ride. And then when you go to compete, it's not a massive thing to go and clean all your products just before you go to a lesson or a competition or a clinic. Plus, it looks after your beautiful products. You've spent good money on these things and they need to be taken care of. So the more they get dirty and the more they get a build up, the harder it is to do all this. So if you clean them and down on a regular basis, trust me, you will love it, especially your top boots. So I do this daily. I do a cleansing with the Carr Day Martin cleaner daily. On every few other days, or maybe on the weekends when you have a little bit more time or whenever your day off from work is, I then do the conditioner, the moisturiser. And again, I have a different cloth. So I do my cleaning routine and then I get my conditioner and I condition all the areas that need it. Now, bear in mind, this beautiful Carr Day Martin conditioner is a glycerin-based product, which a lot of them are. They can get a little build-up over time if you don't cleanse. You must cleanse in order to get any of the build-up away from the leather if glycerin is a problem for that leather. So just bear in mind of that, guys. But this is a phenomenal product. And do you know what else I use this for? I use this to clean the leather seats in my car. It is the bomb. It is fantastic. So if you haven't used this yet, you need to get onto it for not only the time efficiency, not only because of the effectiveness of it, but the multi-purpose use. Bridle, saddle, top boots, car seats, bang. What more do you want? Now, I do recommend on a quarterly basis, you do the whole 3 steps. You cleanse with your cleaner, your step 1. You then give it a beautiful nourishment with the oil. Think of that as a serum, like your skin. And then with step 2 of the Carr Day Martin, you do a conditioner. You do the moisturizer at the end. I recommend you do that on a quarterly basis. If you need to do it more often, of course you do it wherever it's suited to your environment. If you have a lot of moisture in the air or you have a lot of rain, and it's been a long winter here in Australia for a lot of us, we've had some rain. My gosh, have we had some rain. So if you get caught in the rain on a regular basis, you probably need to oil a little more often. Just like our skin, when it gets wet, the natural oils diminish and reduce, so you need to replace them with product, okay? Now this is what we use here because A, we love it, B, I know it's tried and tested, and C, it is just an easy, simple way of doing things. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed our little nourishment schedule and routine that we do here at Boutique. Of course, if you have any questions, you know where to reach us. So you can DM us, private message us on Facebook, you can call us, you can email us, or you can come here to Boutique HQ and ask us any of your questions. We are so welcome and so looking forward to helping you. And I hope that we see you next time. And until then, happy riding and enjoy your cleaning. See ya.